it. Just because I wear my natural hair doesn't mean I'm trying to make a political statement. I don't like it when people do that. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. This is Essential Patience and I Am Patience. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about reasons to quit your natural hair journey. Let's admit it. Some people say natural hair isn't for everybody, and I'm going to give you some reasons to quit it. People complain about it being too time consuming, too difficult to deal with, and overall, some people just don't even like the way it looks. So here are some reasons to quit your natural hair journey. And if you identify with most of these, maybe you should. So let's get straight into the list. But before we do, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's get in. Reasons to quit your natural hair journey. The first reason is that you're not consistent with it. If you're not going to be consistent with your natural hair, don't expect it to grow, to thrive, and even to survive sometimes, because it's going to be easily susceptible to breakage, to hair loss, among other things that may not be great if you're going on a natural hair journey. If this is something you want to do, it takes commitment, it takes time, making some sacrifices to be consistent with it. Consistency is key. And if you're not the type of person who has the easiest hair to deal with, takes all that, and you're not willing to commit to it, it is a reason to consider if you should even go on the natural hair journey. The longer your hair gets, the more time it takes. When I first started my natural hair journey and I had super short hair, maybe half an inch, maybe in an entire week, I'll take less than an hour in the entire time I spent on my hair. As my hair has gotten longer, the days that I take 2, 3, 4, even 5 hours doing my hair, depending on what I'm doing. On typical wash days, I'm spending at least 3 hours minimum. Wash days take time, and when my hair is out and I'm doing it, not washing in braids or twists, it can easily take minimum 3 hours just to do the pre-pooing, the wash deep condition, and styling. So it takes time and it takes consistency to see the results. And if you're not consistent, then it may not be for you. And with consistency comes patience, which is the next reason. Do you have patience? No pun intended. Because like most things that you want to go for, it takes a level of patience. Your hair cannot grow 6+ inches in a month. It takes a year for it to grow on average 6 inches. Now take that and consider the breakage you inevitably get. Of course, you get some shedding. When you trim, you're letting go of some ends. Maybe you're retaining a good 4 to 5 inches. That's decent. It doesn't sound like much, but I've been growing my hair for 5.5 years now, and I don't think I retained every 6 inch that I grew in a year. But look, it's still thriving, because time is what makes the biggest difference. And if you don't have the patience to see it, you're going to run into some issues where you're going to feel not so great about your hair. Not to mention that with natural hair, sometimes you don't even see the length. When I started, I didn't really know how shrinkage really worked, and it took me almost a year to discover my hair actually grew longer than I thought it did. But I couldn't even show my length off every single day, because there's some times where my hair would shrink. I just didn't have time to stretch it out, or when you stretch it out, it shrinks back up again. So I don't always have to show off my length. And if you're very much into length, your hair probably would not display your entire hair growth. Depending on the temperature and the weather outside, a few months ago, I had stretched out my hair and I went out. It was very cloudy day, and my hair still had a little bit of moisture in it. And by the end of the day, I had an afro, like an afro this much. Take this length, or just about, maybe slightly short because it was a few months ago, and it all shrunk up into an afro. That might be hard for some people to deal with. I went to work one way and I showed up to my house another way, and I'm okay with it. I'm patient with the fact that that's how my hair naturally is. But if you can't do it, then that would be a reason to quit your natural hair journey. The next reason is that you're okay with using chemicals, and I'm talking about relaxers, texturizers, or the keratin treatment. If you're okay with using that, and that's something that you want to have in your hair, then it would be a reason to quit your natural hair journey. There's some people who say that natural hair isn't for everybody, it's not for them. It's hard for me to believe that, considering that's the hair that grows out of your scalp. So it is for everybody. Everybody may not want it, but it is for everybody. Everybody's hair grows out of their scalp natural. But if that's not the look you're going for, and you want the straight hair look or an easier to deal with hair, it's not for me to agree with. It's for you to make that decision. If you are okay with it, then that's the way to go. I'm personally against putting any type of relaxer in my hair. I've had a relaxer before when I was very young. I couldn't consent to it, obviously. Now that I can make my own decisions, I've decided I would not be using any relaxers. No matter how difficult my hair gets, my goal is to find different ways to adapt to my hair and to find methods that are more conducive to my lifestyle. And I've been able to do that with a lot of protective styles. I don't have to do my hair every single day, and those are the ways I'm able to find it to work with me, rather than putting a chemical that has been linked to cancers, just other dangerous illnesses in my hair on a several times a year basis. The next one is that you want to spend more money on hair products. Let me explain. If you get a relaxer, for example, it's expensive, and if you do it by yourself, it can cause several damages to your hair. I've seen people on YouTube have videos about their hair falling out because they did their own relaxer, and over time it can cause some damage to it. Not to mention the cost of buying relaxers. I don't know how much relaxers cost, but considering how much I spend on hair products, it definitely costs less than if I had to add another chemical into it. Not to mention you have to also buy a special type of shampoo and a special type of this and that. With my natural hair, I don't have to do that. There are people who believe that you can only use natural hair products or black owned products on your hair, and that's not true. You can watch my natural hair journey video and you would see the products that I use. They're not all natural hair or black owned businesses, and most of my products except for one is under $10, and they're big things. They're not a small 5-ounce leave-in conditioner for $10, and the only thing that's above $10 is my leave-in conditioner, which is a shea moisture one, but it is still affordable. When you don't have to buy new chemicals and other specialized shampoos because you want to make sure that your relaxed hair is healthy, you will be able to save more money on natural hair. Even the maintenance of natural hair is not as expensive as a lot of people would like to say it is. The entire cost of maintaining my natural hair in 2023, products and styling and everything, was less than $400. Does that seem hard to believe? Well, I did a lot of my hair on my own, and I only went to the salon one time for this silk press, and this cost me maybe under $140. That included tip as well. Reason why a lot of people may seem expensive are the choices that they are making. When you decide to do more of your own hair, you save a lot of money rather than getting box braids every 2 to 3 months that you're paying $200 to $300 for. That's where the price really is. It's not a lot of time in the products, because natural hair products are not that expensive. Either that or you're using way too many products and you're buying way too much products. The next reason you may want to quit your natural hair journey is that you don't want versatility. I love the versatility of my natural hair. I'm able to do so many different things, even though I don't always do them, but there's always that option, because I can always straighten my hair like I did, but when I spray water on it and when I wash it, it's gonna go back into its original state. I can do so much with it. And once you relax your hair or you get a wig, it's not the same as the natural hair and the hair that grows out of your scalp. Even using heat on this, as long as I take the proper steps, my hair would not be damaged. And so for me, it's really important that my hair is versatile and I'm able to try different styles. And you just get that with natural hair. Twist outs and braid outs do not look the same on hair that is not natural. It really does not. The popping of it, even the stretch that I'm able to get when my hair is in its natural state, I love it. And the fact that my hair sometimes even shrinks up to an afro, like I said, I miss my afro days. Now, it wasn't sustainable for a long period, but I definitely miss those days as well. And that's something that you can get with your natural hair. Another reason to quit your natural hair journey is that you don't want consistent growth. And this goes back to using certain products in your hair, chemicals, not being consistent. Consistency is the only way to grow hair. It's time. It's about time and the effort that you put in. If you want consistent hair growth that is healthy, you have to make sure that you're protecting your hair, and that includes keeping it natural. I personally think saying relaxed healthy hair is an oxymoron, because when you put those chemicals and relaxers in your hair, you're already breaking the bonds, you're already doing so much damage, irreversible damage to your hair. No amount of treatments, no amount of anything can reverse that damage that you do initially when you put in a relaxer. Now, can your hair look thick? Yes. Can it be long and have a lot of volume? Yes. But the risk will always outweigh what you get. If you already have thick, healthy hair in its natural state, you will more likely to not be able to not feel that as much. But if your hair is thin, it's kind of weak, it's not strong enough, be prepared for it to possibly fall out. Not to mention the fact that you would have to keep relaxing your roots over and over again for a long period of time. And if you want to transition back to natural, it's gonna take years because you can't keep any of that relaxed hair as natural. You can't reverse it back. So you're not going to be able to sustain good, continuous, healthy, natural hair growth without getting rid of all of that damage and having that length start all over again. So that is just something to consider. The next reason why you should quit your natural hair journey is that you don't like the natural hair movement or the natural hair community. But here's the thing, I don't think you even have to like the natural hair community. I've always dibbled and dabbled out of it since 2018 when I joined. Well, I saw a lot of things wrong with it, and I did a whole breakdown on the rise and fall of the natural hair movement. Please check it out. I break down so many conflicts and I go into way more detail than I'm going to go in here. But I don't think that you should use that as a reason to get out of it and to relax your hair or not participate anymore. I think natural hair is such a powerful thing. Here's the thing, just because I wear my natural hair doesn't mean I'm trying to make a political statement. I don't like it when people do that, and I get that's why some women may want to relax their hair, because every time you wear it doesn't mean you want to be a strong, independent black woman. Where did you get all that from? Just because I wear my hair natural? I've had to check some people on that. It's like I'm not trying to make some black power movement. It has nothing to do with it. This is literally just hair that grows out of my scalp, that my God-given hair. It shouldn't be a political statement. It shouldn't mean anything beyond a woman who is growing out her God-given hair. That's one thing that I certainly do not like about people assuming when I wear my natural hair, especially when it's big. It doesn't mean anything beyond, it's just hair, it's just my hair. Just as you wear your own, I wear mine. So I see how some people with that would feel a need to relax their hair. Not to even mention the documented hair discrimination over the past centuries. But isn't that more reason to wear and represent your natural hair? Isn't that more reason to normalize it? I love the normalization of natural hair. And I think we are regressing a little bit from what I saw in the late 2000s. I think after the pandemic, it was never quite the same in the natural hair movement. And when I broke down the video, I talked about the wigification of the natural hair movement. I like to represent what black hair and natural hair is. Not to make a statement, not to make anything, but also to encourage and hopefully inspire other people to do so as well. And I've definitely talked to people to get into that and to be comfortable with it. There's no reason why your natural hair should be something taboo, wherein it should be a statement. It's literally your hair. It makes no sense because no other race of people go through this where they have to make a statement just to wear their hair. So I hope that people actually take this as the opportunity to wear it and represent natural hair as what it is, just the hair that God gives you. But when that comes up, I have to go to the next reason why some people would quit. And that's because they don't like the natural hair. But I've come to find out that it's always best, maybe not easiest, but always best to accept yourself for who you are and who you truly are and how you were made. When I started growing my hair, I did receive negative comments. It's not always been positive. Some people called it names. I've not had the best treatments at salons. I get upcharged on cost for thickness, length. I've not always had the best experience in a lot of ways, but that's more reason for me to normalize natural hair. It's more reason for me to accept myself for who I am. And that's another reason why I do my hair a lot. I fully accepted my hair and who I am in general, and I feel no need to go change it. It's not an easy thing to do, especially if you're the type of person who always seeks validation from others, but it's a necessary step. One of my favorite sayings is be yourself because everybody else is taken. And imitation is the biggest form of flattery, but you're never gonna be that person. So be yourself and accept yourself. And I have done that, and I've seen so much growth in it. When I started my natural hair journey, I did not know what my hair was gonna look like. I had kept my hair short for practically all my life. So I didn't know what the texture was gonna be, what the volume was gonna be. And I saw so many people were disappointed when their hair didn't grow to be like their favorite influencer, typically who have 3B, 3C hair. So what I ended up doing was just accepting that whatever hair God gives me, that's what I'm going to accept. And I did. And because of that, I don't have any disappointment in the fact that my hair doesn't look a certain way. I'm okay with the way my hair looks. The ninth thing goes back to my point of people saying natural hair is just not for you. How can that be possible? You grow your natural hair, and as long as you try to always alter it into becoming something else, there's always more risk in it. It's almost like when people get plastic surgery, there's more risk in that plastic surgery than just accepting your body for what it is. And I've read so many studies that are even debating as to effects of relaxers on the female body, the potential cancers as well as fibroids that has been linked to is enough for me to stay away. Now let's say that that's not true, because some people are like, I've been using a relaxer since I was 10 years old and it's been 40 years and nothing happened to me. That's great, but would I want to take the chance because I didn't want to accept my natural hair because I feel like natural hair is not for me? No. I'm not taking that chance at all, especially because I believe God made us perfect in all ways, including our hair. And the last reason to quit your natural hair journey is because you don't find your hair to be beautiful. And that topic alone deserves its own video about the internalized racism, the colorism, the texturism, the featureisms that has been internalized in the Black community, but also perpetuated all over the world. We all hear about the fine curls and straight hair would always be in, and not to mention the discrimination. And there's some girls who grow up and all they see around them, all they ever hear is how straight hair is beautiful. So they grow up and that's all they ever know. They would pick unhealthy straight hair over natural hair any day. And I'm so lucky to have gone to an HBC where I saw people with all different hair types, people who had accepted their natural hair, and people who have wholly embraced their natural features. And it really helped me to come to terms with that as well. Natural hair is beautiful. Hair is beautiful. So there should be no reason why you should feel a certain type of way or not beautiful just by wearing natural hair. I saw this video of very ignorant women talking about how natural hair is not elegant. And these were Black women. When somebody has a dinner party where you're wearing a beautiful expensive dress, where you're getting your whole makeup done, you should not wear natural hair because it's unacceptable. Why is your natural hair that grows out of your scalp not acceptable? If God himself found it to be beautiful, befitting of you, why don't I find it befitting of myself? Why don't you find it befitting of yourself? So I wear my hair proudly. And I think hair is beautiful. Natural hair is beautiful. Whatever your hair type is, it's beautiful. And once you're able to accept that, and once you're able to work with it and find methods that would help you and help your hair thrive, you'll be set up. So with that, I'm bringing this video to an end. Thank you so much. Let me know your reason for quitting your natural hair journey, or if you're going to quit, why? If not, let me know why not. Why are you sticking by your natural hair journey? I find it so helpful when I read people's comments. Also just gets to know the viewers more and your opinions. I really love reading them. So remember to leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to read all of them and respond as well. So thank you so much again. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And ring the notification bell so you will not miss out anytime I post a video. Thank you again so much and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.